Hey guys, welcome to today's video. It is like the gloomiest, saddest day here in Delaware. I don't know why, because I specifically remember when I looked at the weather forecast this weekend, it said that today was gonna be nice, and it's not. It's gray and bleh. Today has been one of those days where just a ton of little things have not gone to plan, and it's kind of like built up, and it got me so frustrated, and I decided, all right, let's reset and get in a better mood, put on some makeup, and let's just chat about fall, because it is fall. So let's talk about that. So to reset, I decided to sit down, do my makeup, and I Googled autumn tag questions, and I found this blog. This is called On the Cusp. I will link it down below. And this is the On the Cusp 20 fall questions tag. So I'm gonna do my makeup and answer these fall questions. And I would love for you to answer them with me in the comments below, because I mean, they look like, I haven't actually read all the questions, but they look like they might be good. I was playing with my Dyson Airwrap for the first time today when I got out of the shower, and I completely forgot to wash my face. I'm just like, I got out of the shower so excited to do my Dyson Airwrap that I didn't even think about skincare. So that's, you know, positive. All right, so the first question in this tag is, what is your favorite fall drink? And oh, is this a hard question? No, this is easy. My favorite like fall drink, definitely fall and winter, is a chai tea latte. I love chai tea lattes in the fall and the winter. They're just so like warm, and they have like that good like cinnamon nutmeg spice going on. Like spring through summer, I do an iced caramel macchiato, but once it starts to get cooler, I transition to warm drinks. I don't really drink iced drinks in the fall and winter anymore. I used to be very stubborn about it, and I would keep drinking my iced drinks even in the fall and winter. Like I used to drink iced chai tea lattes. So like I was really trying to stick with the iced drinks for a while there. But I would say in the last couple weeks, even my morning coffee, which is normally an iced caramel macchiato, I have switched that over to a café con leche. So it's warm, or it's hot actually. And I've been liking that. I just haven't wanted anything iced. For years, I would drink a chai latte, but iced. And I would be like, oh yeah, well, I don't drink coffee, so I don't drink caffeine. But actually, chai tea lattes have lots of caffeine in them. So, you know, I don't know what made me think that they didn't, but for some reason I used to think, oh, I don't depend on caffeine at all. Like I never drink caffeine. But I did, because chai tea lattes, lots of caffeine in those. What is one thing you love about fall? I just love the air. I think that the like crisp fall air is so nice. I love when things just start to like, you know, they start to feel cool, but they're not cold, and it just feels so nice outside. Like I feel like it's so energizing. It just makes you feel refreshed, especially after like a really hot summer. This summer, I mean, I spent most of it inside, as I think most of us did, but still, it's such a nice break to be able to go from like having all that heat to feeling like, oh, like it's actually like nice to take walks outside. I don't have to like worry about timing them. Like it's just nice, like temperate weather, at least where we live. What's one thing you really don't like about fall? Ooh, what don't I like about fall? I mean, I guess I would say days like today. I mean, the thing is, like in fall, when you have a gloomy day, it's not really the same as in summer. In summer, when you have a gloomy day, it's at least still warm enough that like, you know, it's comfortable and you can, you know what I mean? Like I like summer thunderstorms. In the fall, I feel like you don't really get like thunderstorms. You more just get like the occasional like rainy, gloomy day. And I don't really love those very much at all. Like a day like today, I have to like pep myself up, because my mood automatically like starts to match outside, and it's not positive. Are you a pumpkin spice fan? Okay, I'm not like a pumpkin spice drink fan at all. Now like pumpkin spice, like I like pumpkin cheesecake, like pumpkin spice cheesecake I like pumpkin bread, pumpkin muffins. I like pumpkin muffins a lot. So yeah, like in that sense I am, but I'm not someone that like likes it in like a drink. Like that's, for me, that's a little it's a little too sweet, I tend to find. And I don't think it's actually the pumpkin spice that's sweet, I'm sure. I think it's like more all the vanilla and other stuff that people put, or Starbucks and other coffee places put into the pumpkin spice drinks. And like if you buy a pumpkin spice creamer, I tried one the other day and it was just too sweet. And I think maybe it's vanilla that's put in there with it, and it was just too sweet for me. So I like pumpkin spice in some things, but not really in drinks. What's your favorite fall scented candle? Okay, so actually I have a new one. I just got one from Kohl's a couple weeks ago. It's a Yankee candle and it's called Warm and Cozy. Oh my gosh. It is exactly what they're saying. It's warm and cozy. It's got it's like balsam, cedarwood, and patchouli, I think. I looked it up because I'm so in love with this candle that I was like, what is in here that I'm loving so much? Those are all like notes that I absolutely love. So it's actually not shocking that I'm so in love with this candle. But my favorite thing about it, it's actually the candle that's behind me. I don't think you can see it. It's over back there, maybe like right there. You can see like it flickering a little bit because it's back behind, like my flowers are blocking it. But my absolute favorite thing about it is that the scent is like mild enough that I can have this candle in my bedroom. I'm extremely particular about the scents that I put in my bedroom, especially. I'm particular about what I put everywhere, to be honest, but especially when it comes to my bedroom, because I just don't like to be stuck with a scent, really. Like I want that, like once the candle's gone, the scent kind of dissipates and I don't feel like I'm like going to sleep at night with like some overwhelming scent going on. I want it to just be something that's light, that's there, that makes it feel warm in the room and cozy. So it's just the perfect candle for that. And I'm so glad I picked it up. When I initially like smelled it in the store, I was like almost positive. I was like, you know what? This scent is like not, I wouldn't say it's barely there, but I was like, this scent is soft enough. Like, should I get something that has more scent to it? And then I was like, you know what? Wait, this would be perfect for my bedroom. I am so glad that I had that thought, because really it's been such a lovely candle and I'm going to buy more of them. Where do you buy your fall candles? So I picked up some from Kohl's because they have Yankee Candle. So I picked some up from there. I used to get a lot of candles from Bath and Body Works, but I just haven't recently. I don't know if it's because the deals don't seem to be as good online. And you know, having to shop online now, it's a little bit different. And I just haven't seemed to be like, I haven't ever looked at Bath and Body Works on a day where they have like a good sale going online. And I feel like for me, that's why I get Bath and Body Works candles. One, they smell good, but number two, every time you go into the store, they have like a good deal going where, you know, you can like stock up. So since I haven't been able to find a deal like that, I have not been getting anything from Bath and Body Works. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If you've seen like any good sales on Bath and Body Works candles and hand soaps especially, please, if you just happen to see one, like comment on any of my videos to let me know. Just let me know like, hey, by the way, today there's a really great sale, because I love Bath and Body Works, but I just have been like, this isn't worth paying full price for. That's funny that I say that, because then the other place that I've been getting a lot of candles from is Volume Spa, which is expensive. So it's funny that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to spend $24 on a Bath and Body Works candle, but you know, hit me up with a $30 Volume Spa candle. Sure, sounds great. What is your go-to fall beauty product? Okay, so when it comes to fall and winter, I like to get like super duper into kind of repairing my skin. That's my big thing. And what I've been really loving last year and this year is like collagen ampules or capsules. I'm not sure which one, how you say that exactly. I'll put a picture of them somewhere on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. They're basically like these little vials that have collagen in them. And every time I use those, I feel like it just like replenishes my skin so much. And now that I'm, you know, have my first signs of aging, that's a really big thing for me. And I feel like I focus on it a lot more in the fall and in the winter, just because since I am someone who has a drier skin type, I definitely notice you know, any damage to my skin or dryness. I just notice like my skin's problem areas a lot more in the fall and winter than I do in the spring and summer. So I definitely try to like do things to like make my skin feel more more plump and refreshed and like re-energized and just kind of renewed. So I really like the collagen ampules. I feel like they just like make my skin feel so much more plumped up, which if you're someone who has dry skin, I think you know that feeling of like when your skin feels dry or dehydrated, it kind of feels like it like shrinks up on you, kind of like the shrunken head dude from Beetlejuice. So it, you know, makes sense that when your skin gets like plumped back up, it just feels like juicier and, you know, like more moisturized. So I love the collagen ampules so much. Favorite fall accessory? What is my favorite accessory for fall? I used to live for a hat, but now I have a child and, you know, me trying to like keep a hat on, just it doesn't really happen. So it's definitely not a hat anymore. So since hats are kind of out of the picture for me, at least this year while I have a small child that like pulls them off of me, probably I would say like anything camel colored, like camel colored gloves, camel color like leather jackets. I love having like a pop of camel, even like a camel color like tote or crossbody. I love camel stuff. I end up buying so many things just because I love like the particular shade of camel that they are. I mean, I even like, I have like cardigans that I buy specifically because they're like a nice camel shade. I just love the camel color. I feel like it's so classic. It never goes out of style. When you buy something like really nice, like in a really nice camel shade, I feel like it's gonna have like good longevity. You're gonna be able to like use it for several seasons at least, depending on, you know, how good the quality is of the item. What does your typical fall outfit look like? All right, so almost all of my fall outfits, I keep wanting to say outlets. Outfits start with like jeans and booties. I have so many booties, like ankle booties, because I mean, I have horses. I think I have so many pairs of boots. It's like insane. But ankle booties are my favorite. So it's always like jeans and ankle booties. And then what kind of shifts is like the top. I like stripes, like a black and white striped shirt with then like a camel leather jacket. I love camel leather jackets. Or like a lacy cami with like a cashmere cardigan. I love me a good cashmere cardigan. That's like my favorite. If I can give like any piece of advice on like an investment piece you should get for fall, it would be cashmere cardigans. I absolutely love them. They're so soft. You can really tell the difference. They're just, oh my gosh, highly recommend. But yeah, so like everything pretty much revolves around jeans. Like jeans is like my starter piece for like every fall outfit. It's very rare that I wear like anything else. I mean, like I have comfy pants for around the house, but if I'm going out, it's pretty much going to be jeans. It's just very rare that it's going to be like a skirt or real pants, like non-jean pants. That's just not common for me. Apple pie or pumpkin pie? It's apple pie, 110%. I love apple pie. My youngest brother's girlfriend actually makes like the most delicious apple pie that I have ever had in my life. She is such a freaking fantastic person. I feel like I'm gonna do like a double wing here, and I wasn't intending to, but it's kind of just like what happened, and so I'm gonna go with it because I like the way that it looks. It's just kind of like an accident that I just accidentally did a double wing, and I don't dislike it, so that's positive. What's your favorite Halloween/scary movie? Okay, so those are like two different answers, I think. Like Halloween, obviously I love Hocus Pocus, who doesn't? But I think like scary movie, probably Halloween, like legit Halloween. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's freaking fantastic. And I think Halloween is like one of the few scary movies that I can still watch. I used to love scary movies, true fact. And once I had my daughter, I absolutely just like once I got pregnant, I could not watch scary movies anymore. It drives my husband nuts because my husband loves scary movies. And it's something that we definitely like connected on initially when we were like dating. But now I can't do it. Like there's like very specific things that I can't handle in scary movies now. Like anything that has to do with children, I cannot handle it. I cannot be near it. I just can't take it. It just like gets my postpartum anxiety going. So I definitely like, I'm very particular about the scary movies I like now, but Halloween still stands up. Like it's a good scary movie. It's a classic, and I think it's a classic for a reason. It's funny, I had like a period as a child where I hated scary movies. I think because my nanny loved scary movies, and around Halloween, she would just all the time be watching scary movies. Like the original When a Stranger Calls is like, I literally had nightmares about that. I mean, because my nanny would like be watching that, and I had a little, like my baby brother, my youngest brother was a baby, and I was like, oh my God, someone's gonna come take my baby brother. Like, I don't remember the exact plot of it. I just remember that there was a baby involved and a babysitter, and I thought, oh my God, someone's gonna like call my nanny and be like, I'm in the house already, and they're gonna like take my baby brother. And as annoying as my baby brother was, I did not want someone to steal him. I say he was annoying because when my baby brother was little, he had colic, and I swear for like the first, 6 months of his life, he cried so much. God bless him. He's like the most like relaxed, chill, coolest person in the world now. I mean, literally, he's like one of my very favorite people on the planet, like objectively, not just because he's my brother. And so it's kind of funny for me to look back at like how, rough his start to the world was, because he was just like all the time crying. God bless him. I don't know why, but I feel like my brows turned out better today than like they ever do. And that's so weird. So at least something's going right today. Do you have a fall tradition? I don't know that we have a fall tradition. Growing up, like every October, we would go to the beach. I grew up in North Carolina, so we would go to the Outer Banks every October, and it was just like one of my favorite things growing up. I mean, we didn't get to do it this year because of everything going on, because it's usually, a family trip. So we would always go to the beach in October, and it was just like so nice. And there would tend to be like tropical storms and stuff, because October you're still in hurricane season. And so I remember there would always be like at least one like pretty good sized storm, whether it was a tropical storm or just, like a big thunderstorm. We would have at least like one of those. I don't know. I just have so many good memories from that trip. What is your favorite fall food? Okay, so I love soups. Like potato soup is one of my absolute favorite soups. I love stews, or not stews, but like really warm foods like shrimp creole. That's one of my favorite things to make in the fall, and especially in the winter. I feel like fall kind of like gears me up for winter a little bit sometimes. They kind of blur together a little bit. Last week I made a potato soup, like my favorite potato soup. I make it and I put shrimp in it, which sounds crazy, but it's actually really, really good. And even my husband likes it, and he doesn't really like soup. So that's how you know it's good. We definitely had a lot of like soups and stews in the fall growing up. My dad cans a lot, so I'm just really used to like having a lot of like canned goods, and like he basically would can stews, or like he would can like the soup, and then you would like make the soup but like add the meat in. So I like stuff like that. It just makes me feel like warm and so good. Like it just makes me feel warm and cozy inside. Chicken cacciatore is another one that I love in the fall. I just made that the other day. It's so good. And like the chicken like stews in the sauce. So it's just so flavorful and just warm. I really like stuff like that in the fall. What are your plans for Halloween? So I'm just gonna like cook basically. That's kind of always my plan for every holiday, is just have like some kind of feast. I want to make like some treats, like cookies and stuff. And I also want to do like a spooky charcuterie themed kind of deal. And what I usually do for like holidays like this is we have like kind of like a meat and cheese board kind of deal in the early afternoon. Like we don't really do like, we do like a light breakfast. Like we'll have coffee and like a piece of bread or toast. And then early afternoon, we'll do like a nice charcuterie board and kind of snack on that and relax. And then we'll do like a meal, like one actual meal in the evening. So that is my plan. And that'll just be like my immediate family. Do you plan on dressing up for Halloween? of course I plan on dressing up for Halloween. I'm actually gonna do a couple things on here, like two, nothing like, you know, like intense or anything like that. Like, just like I'm gonna do a couple movie characters that I'm excited to mimic their makeup. But on the day itself, we're gonna do Frozen with my daughter. Like, she's gonna be Anna, I'm gonna be Elsa, my husband is gonna be, oh my gosh, what's his name? I just blinked on the guy's name. You know, the good guy. That's a good guy. I'll put his name down below. And my mother-in-law is gonna be Sven. We got her like just like these little reindeer antlers so she can be Sven, so that we're all dressed up together. It's really important to me for us all to dress up this year because last year my daughter was, let's see, she was 2 months old on Halloween. She was about 2.5 months old. And my mother-in-law had just left. Like my mom came when my daughter was born and she was here. And then she left and my mother-in-law came to help me. And I had a ton of postpartum like anxiety. I've just always been an anxious person, so that's really not surprising. But I really I struggled a good bit. I would say the first like 6 months were really hard. And so my mother-in-law had just left last Halloween and I had like every intention of dressing my daughter up. I had like an outfit laid out for her and everything, and it just didn't happen. I was just like, I don't know. I think I got like really overwhelmed that day, and I just like, it was all I could do to just like, you know, take care of my child. I could not get her dressed up. I couldn't do it. I was still, you know, like obviously exclusively breastfeeding, which I did like until it was time for her to start like eating like solid actual food. So it was just like a lot. It was a lot, and it just didn't happen. So I think this year I definitely feel, I wouldn't say pressure. I more feel like excited that like, oh, we can dress up, and I know that like I'm a lot more comfortable as a mom this year, and I have, you know, help, and I feel like I'm in a better groove with it where I feel like, you know, like it's going to be fun rather than feel like it's something that like if I don't, you know, if it's not perfect that I failed, which is definitely how I felt last year. I felt like so much pressure that like, oh, everything has to be perfect. And it was weird. Like, I mean, I remember like I put one outfit on her and then I was like, but what do I even do now? Like, you know, because I didn't have anyone. I think I was really like sad too, to just like not have people there because it was just my husband and I and our daughter, which I don't mean that to sound bad, but my husband and I both come from large, really close families. So when you come from a large, very close family and then you're the little like family unit that's, you know, somewhere else by yourself, it just feels weird. And that's how it felt to me. I just felt like kind of like off. Like I just hadn't really reconciled yet, you know, that we were our own family unit. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a big transition to get used to. What is one thing you're thankful for? Oh my gosh. I'm thankful for like everything in my life. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful that I definitely feel like I am, you know, in a better place this year than I was last year. Even with everything going on, I look back at last year and I was still like in the like throes of the postpartum period, and it was so freaking hard. And I look back and I feel really like, I think just grateful that I am in a better place where I feel like I recognize myself. I feel like, you know, like today, like when I think about it, like I feel like I'm a good mom. I definitely think last year when I first became a mom, I really felt like I wasn't. Like I was so hard on myself. So I'm just grateful that today I feel happy and comfortable, and, you know, I feel like I can look at the family that my husband and I have built, and I feel really proud of the parents we are. I feel really proud of the partners we are to each other. I mean, like I look at how much, that's the thing. Like I think that if you have like a good, healthy relationship and you have a partner that like, whether you have kids or not, I think that when you look at your relationship and look at how you've grown together and how you both have gotten, you know, stronger on your own, but also stronger together, that to me, like I'm so proud of that. And I'm so grateful for it. Like I look at how well my husband and I communicate now. I look at like, I mean, even just like here's a funny story. Like last night, I went to my husband and I was like telling him, I was like, listen, I want to talk about the Christmas trees, because in my house growing up, like we had a really large house, And we had at least 4 Christmas trees every year. I'm not kidding. My mom loves Christmas, and she would have like a main like showcase tree that like she decorated and had like a vision for. And then we would have like a kids tree upstairs. We would have like a coastal themed tree in our sunroom. And then we would have like a retro tree upstairs in like our billiards room. So billiards room, I sound like I'm like our house was like the Clue house. I mean, it's just the room that had the pool table in it. I don't think we called it the billiards room. It's just now that like when I was trying to find a word to explain the name of that room, I was like, oh, well, it's where we had the pool table. Oh my God, that sounded so ridiculous. But we would have like a retro theme one up there, you know, like with like the retro Christmas light bulbs and everything. And it's where my dad had like his toy train and stuff. So it was like very retro feeling. So we were Christmas decorating people. My mom was like all about it and everything. Like it was like a vision. Like, I mean, listen, she's fantastic. The woman's, you know, she can put together a Christmas, let me tell you what. So I went to my husband and I was like, just last night, I said, so I'm thinking that we could do like the main tree where I do like my vision, and then we could have a family tree, and then we can have like a smaller one in the home office. My husband was like, we are not having 3 Christmas trees in this house. It is not happening. He was like, no. And it was just like, he shot it down so quickly that like my feelings got super hurt. And I feel like that's something that, you know, like a couple years ago, that could have been like a fight, because I definitely felt like, okay, you didn't even take what I was saying seriously, and that upset me. But you know, instead I did this novel thing where I just like explained to him, I was like, listen, I grew up with a lot of trees in my house. That's what feels like very like home to me. I know we're going to be spending less time with our family this year because of everything going on. Like, I get that maybe 3 trees is a lot, but can you consider 2? Just can you think about it? And, you know, we talked about it, and then, you know, we still haven't settled on an answer, but I think we both feel like good. Like neither one of us was upset with each other. So it's just like that. You know, you have those moments where like you can look at things and you realize like, oh, you know what, like that would have been so different a couple years ago. Like we probably wouldn't have handled that as well. And I think that's one thing that I'm just like, you know, I think that's why I say like I'm so proud of the family we've created, because not just like as parents, I don't think we've just grown into like really good parents. I feel like we're really good partners to each other. Like we are genuinely really good to each other, and we both really try, you know, to be better for ourselves and for the other person. I think that's so important. So I am beyond grateful for Halloween or Thanksgiving. Oh, you guys, you cannot make me pick. Actually, it's fine. Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving. I mean, Halloween is lovely. It's a wonderful holiday, but I love Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving, I mean, come on, it's a day to be grateful for stuff. It doesn't have the best origins, but I mean, come on, you know, the meaning of it should be, you know, to spend time with your family and be grateful for things. And I'm, you know, so I definitely say Thanksgiving. I would pick Thanksgiving over Halloween. I also think that they just are like completely different holidays. I'm not even sure how I would compare them. Don't worry. I know that I have mascara right here. I'm going to fix it once it's dry. I just am not going to like mess with it at this moment while it's still wet, because I don't want to smudge it everywhere. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this Dior palette or if I want to use my Lancome Absolute. I feel like, I'm going to use this. I really like this. I talked about this in my trying new makeup video I just did, and I really, really am so glad that I finally got one of these. I feel like there's more questions. Okay, favorite Thanksgiving food. Oh my gosh. My favorite Thanksgiving food is macaroni and cheese, but it has to be the right kind of macaroni and cheese. I actually did like a full-on macaroni and cheese rant one time in a video. I'm from the South. Macaroni and cheese should look like this. It should never look like this. It should never have vegetables in it. It should never have meat in it. Macaroni and cheese is pasta and dairy. That's it. That's it. That is all that should go on macaroni and cheese. And some spices. There should be spices. Please, God, let there be some spices. You need to have flavor in your food. And those are my extremely strong opinions on macaroni and cheese. Only made funnier by the fact I have this mascara on my face. All right, I want to do like a red lip. We're going to see how it ends up looking. I can't talk and do this, so we're gonna fast forward through this part and I will answer the last question when I'm done with the lips. I actually really love how this makeup turned out. Pretty happy with it. So the last question is, have you already taken fall photos? I think that's a really boring question, to be honest. No, we haven't taken fall photos yet. I'm not sure how we do that in this time. I guess I could find a photographer and we could do socially distanced photos. We might do that. Because I feel that question is so basic, I have come up with my own final question, which is Thanksgiving turkey or Thanksgiving ham? And the correct answer is always ham. I get it. I get the turkey is like the Thanksgiving thing, but for me, I want either a ham or a pernil. Like you need to have one or the other for me. Like there has to be pork. I have never been to a Thanksgiving that didn't have pork. That is like a family tradition in my family. We always have a ham. We have a turkey and a ham on Thanksgiving. And my husband's family, they do a turkey and a pernil. So there should be pork at every Thanksgiving. I fully believe that in my heart, that Thanksgiving is not Thanksgiving without pork. All right, guys, that wraps up this autumn tag, Chatty, get ready with me, you know, all my opinions on macaroni and cheese video. I hope you enjoyed this. I had so much fun just sitting down and chatting with you guys, so I hope you like it too. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more videos like this. Also, let me know in the comments below. Give me some of your answers. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? What's your least favorite part of fall? I would love to know whatever you're willing to share with me. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Bye.